My name is Sebastian de Grebber and I teach mandolin, classical music at the Artes Academy of Music in Zwolle. As a young kid, I was mainly attracted to the fast, almost kind of bluegrass style thing with the fast finger picking, plectrum country and western thing. But later on, I started to develop more of a taste for, for the sound and the vibration. It's mandolin classical music that I teach. But I like the students to develop their own route, actually. I always encourage them to find all sorts of combinations. Yes, also because later in the work field, you need to be very versatile as a mandolinist. So one time you're playing Don Giovanni on the mandolin, and the other time you play in a modern ensemble, and the other time you do something solo, or you do your own recital with piano. So you have to be very versatile and broadly educated also regarding the repertoire. For me as a teacher, that's a super interesting journey to make together with the student, to see what they come up with. And I can say, okay, there you play loud and there you play soft, but sometimes I can only ask, well, what do you think is the musical story of that phrase? And then together we find what works best with the piece. When you audition for mandolin, of course on the website there's a list of all the pieces specified. But what I want to see when someone does the admission is that I see a versatile mandolinist and an open-minded musician that's trying to tell his or her story. And that specific story that should come out by playing the pieces in an original, heartfelt way. I think the Academy of Music in Zwolle has a good balance between, on the one hand, the craftsmanship of a musician and also the artistic side, but also what's important, that you do things together. And there's not a big competition amongst the students, or it's more relaxed. I think the mandolin is an instrument that should be known to be loved. So the more people that know it, the more people that will also love it. Of course, it's a matter of taste, but it's just not an instrument that you come across every day. So our goal, and hopefully also the goal of my students, is to bring it out there so that more people get to know the instrument, and therefore more people will like it. You can find my students as being a conductor of an orchestra, whether that is a mandolin orchestra or another ensemble, or as a soloist, or in a duo, or in a quartet, or with a modern ensemble, or maybe improvising on a stage.